Hi Sagittarius, this is your horoscope for January 2019. Thank you for joining me. On the 1st of January, Mars, the male principle of desire and drive, that goes into the sign that it rules, Aries. And it goes into Aries in your 5th house of romance, relationships, and fun and children. Also sitting there is your transiting rising sign in Aries and Uranus, the planet of the miraculous, the unexpected, rebellion, eccentricity, and they're all sitting there in your 5th house. So for the first 4 days of January, really expect the unexpected when it comes to your love life, when it comes to romantic relationships. You're really going to be focused on that, and there's going to be a lot of passion in your life when it comes to that. Also, what you're going to be focused on is your work, but particularly how you can improve your financial situation. On the 5th of January, we have a partial solar eclipse, which is a new moon in Capricorn in your 2nd house of money. So a new moon sucks in lots of energy to recharge itself for the next month, and because it's an eclipse, it's interrupted and it lasts for 6 months. So check out the video I made for Sagittarius for 2019. I go into a lot of detail about the eclipses, so have a look at that. This eclipse though, you've got Saturn, the planet of structure and security there. You've got your transiting midheaven, which is work, and Pluto. Pluto is about transformation and change at 20 degrees, 1 and 2 being a relationship. All of those are sitting in Capricorn and pulling a lot of Capricorn energy in to your 2nd house of money. So along with the desire to have more fun and excitement in your love life, here on the 5th of January, the strongest element is Earth. And really what you're focused on and what you really want to get going is money. Money, 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 money. So that's your main concern. How can I make more money? How can I be more prosperous? How can I be more abundant? And you as a Sagittarius, you don't particularly care about money in the sense of, I need money to live, you know, and I need money to be perfect and have status. You don't care about any of that. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong here, but I think you guys think about adventure and learning things and broadening your horizons, and if money comes in as a side effect, great, but if it doesn't, as long as you have enough, you don't really care. So this is a great opportunity for all you broke Sagittarians out there to like really look at your money and to say, am I happy with this, or could I be doing something else? And the big question is going to be, especially for the Sagittarians who work in institutions, educational institutions, universities, corporations, companies, governments, you know, if you're a customs officer, anything like that. If you work in that sort of field, you're going to start thinking in January, hang on a minute, am I taking care of myself here? Or am I being exploited? Am I working myself to the bone for the Zippo? Or am I really taking care of myself? I like my job, I'm enjoying it, and I'm gonna work hard because I really feel like I'm adding value through my work and I'm getting the right amount of money in return. So if you're happy with your job, great. You're gonna work super, super hard. You're going to pull in this energy and be really diligent about your work for the first, I mean here in January, but also for the first 6 months of the year. But if you're not happy in your work, you're going to say, I'm actually harming myself by being here, so I'm going to make a change. I'm talking to myself. You're really in touch with your inner higher self, and I'm going to make changes in my work so that I can make more money. But also Saturn is at 11 degrees, so that I can also do a job which adds value to other people's lives and which then adds value back. So it's not that you just want to do the job for the money. You want to do something that, one, nurtures you, and nurtures other people, and that's the main focus. So for all the Sagittarians who've kind of made work and money and career a New Year's resolution, this is where you're supported the most, and that's where you can have the most powerful, where you can make the most powerful changes. On the 5th of January as well, Mercury goes into Capricorn in your second house. So Mercury is the communication planet, and that just thinks about, how should I work? Am I making enough money? Am I doing something that I'm happy with, that's nurturing me and others, or not? And again, if the answer is not, you'll find it really easy to make changes. Even if you're someone who's kind of shy or reticent about making changes, you will. And if the answer is yes, this is the perfect job for me, then great, and then you're going to throw everything you've got at it. So expect a promotion or more money or whatever, because you work so hard and you're so diligent. On the 7th of January, we have got Venus, the planet of love and beauty and creativity. That goes into your sign of Sagittarius, and it joins Jupiter, the lucky planet, which is in Sagittarius. Now your ruler stays in each sign of the zodiac for a year. So it stays in Scorpio for a year, Virgo for a year, Cancer for a year, Sagittarius for a year. It's in your sign now until I think October, November 2019. So if it takes Jupiter a year to go around the zodiac, there are 12 signs of the zodiac, Jupiter is only going to be in Sagittarius once every 12 years, right? So 12, 24, 36, 48, and so on. So you get about 5, 6, 7 times in your life when Jupiter is in Sagittarius. And those are the best years of your life. Those are the luckiest years of your life. It's in your first house of self. Venus is also there. So really, you get to the fundamental truth of, listen, I'm my own person. I realize now that I don't have to make my mother happy. I don't have to make my sister happy. This is my life. I get to decide where I go, what I want to do, what kind of life I want to build. You're super, super practical with all this earth in your chart, and you're like, enough already, I'm not happy with this, and I'm going to make changes so that I can live a life that's glorious and that I enjoy. So you have never been as focused in terms of making yourself happy and being true to yourself than you are in this month. From the 7th until the 13th, listen to the ideas you get about work, because they're going to be really helpful. On the 13th of January, we've got Jupiter, the lucky planet, squaring Neptune, the water planet of dreams and manifestation, intuition. That sits in your 4th house of family. So again, I remember at the beginning I said you've got Mars and Uranus sitting in your 5th house of romance and fun and children. With Neptune in your 4th house of family, you're also going to consider, what is it that I really want in my family life? Do I want to be single? Do I want to have a family? Do I want to connect with my birth family? What is my dream about family? And if you've not been sure, you'll be sure. So this is really you understanding yourself and getting clarity in areas where you haven't had clarity before, and really then backing that up with practical action, and not just saying, yeah, maybe I'll do it in the future sometime. You're going to back it up and do it. So Jupiter and Neptune, they square each other 3 times in 2019, and the last one is around September. So you get this opportunity to say, am I doing what's really my dream, or have I got off track again? Have I listened to other people who've said, you can't do that, you'll never make any money opening a new ice cream company, there's enough ice cream in the world. And if you listen to that, then you'll have another chance later on in the year, and it says, hey, Sagittarius, listen to your own dreams and desires, they're just quelling out of you. Don't listen to other people so much. And I think you're kind of good at that anyway. So that's really positive. On the 21st of January, we have a total lunar eclipse So we've got a full moon in Leo, which is a super moon, so the moon is bigger than usual, so this is going to be quite a spectacle. Again, look at the yearly video that I've made for Sagittarius 2019, because I go into all of the eclipses. We've got a lot of eclipses this year. The effects do last for 6 months. So this full moon is in Leo, in your 9th house, the house that you rule. Travel, expansion, exploration, higher realms of knowledge, teaching, learning, speaking. And the moon in Leo is like, you know, it's like the lion, it roars. It doesn't doubt itself. It's like that song from Faithless or something. If the sun and the moon were to doubt, they would go out. Something stupid like that. So, in your 9th house, that's your house. And this full moon shines brightly, and it's like, I know what I'm passionate about. It's on the North Node, so it's pulling in energy. The North Node is in Cancer, it's 26 degrees, so it's pulling in really loving, nurturing energy that says, this is what you do if you want to make your life great. This is something that you can do for yourself that you're going to absolutely love and enjoy. It's interrupted because it's in eclipse, so the first 6 months, but especially in January, you're going to be looking at, okay, what's the kind of work that really gives me a buzz and makes me a lot of money? On the 22nd, Venus and Jupiter conjunct in your 1st house. They form a grand trine, which is an area of real talent, with Mars in your 5th and your moon at 20 degrees, relationship in your 9th. So by exploring, by looking at different ways of operating, by thinking I have to go to the library to research this place that I might want to move to, or I'm enrolling in this course, or I am changing my job to become a senior manager. I'm going to take this course or apply or whatever. Through that, there's a great likelihood that you meet someone who could be your soulmate on the 22nd. Because you being really honest and following your dreams and going after that, that raises your vibration, and it attracts someone who's also vibrating at that level and who's right for you. So all the single Sagittarius, you have a fabulous opportunity here on the 22nd. If you're not interested in relationships, or you're already in a relationship, you really figure out what you're about, what you want, and what you want to do in future, which is important. On the 24th, we have got Mercury going into Aquarius, and Mercury goes into Aquarius in your 3rd house of communication. It joins your transiting midheaven and your transiting sun in Aquarius. So from the 24th until the end of the month, you're really focused on communicating and really being of service to yourself and other people. And you're looking at communicating. So it's not just about you at this point. At the end of the month, it's like, okay, I've figured out what I'm passionate about and what I want, and now it's like, okay, so how can I get other people to be on board with this, and how can I make this right? So let's say you have the stupid idea that, you know, what I'm really good at is stealing cars, and I'm gonna make that my main profession, okay? And you've got a partner who's really like straight and devout and has good morals, and it's like, how am I going to convince her that this job is something I'm doing and maintain the relationship and my passion? How do I combine the two? And those two are fundamentally incompatible, right? Because the Christian devout guy or girl is going to say, I don't think stealing cars is such a great idea, and I don't want to be with someone who does that. So you start to think about your passions, yes, fabulous, great, but how you can integrate them and shift them so that you can have great relationships as well. So instead of stealing cars, maybe you could settle for being a mechanic, I don't know, or becoming a race car driver, or someone who works with race cars, I don't know. Whatever is a little bit more constructive and legal is going to really help you. I mean, it's kind of silly, but some people are in the mafia and some people's talents are hacking. Well, that's not legal either. Some people are great at smuggling. I don't know why that came up, but the point is that you get in touch with your desires, your passions, and you look at how you can turn that into money and make that okay with your relationship. And regardless of what your passions and desires are, you're going to be able to balance things so that you maintain the relationships and that you can fulfill your life purpose through work. So you can have both. You can have your cake and eat it. That's what I meant. So I hope you have a fabulous month. If you'd like a private reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. If you like my videos, please hit the subscribe button. After this one, I doubt you will, but if you like it, anyway, then do. Have a wonderful month, and I will speak to you in February.